how everything goes perfect in real estate. But unfortunately, all neighbors are not created equal. If you go to do an open house, I put my sign out first, and then he puts his trash can out. I put my sign out, then he puts his trash can out. That's what we call throwing shade on an open house. There's no reason to put your trash can out during my open house to try to hinder my sale. That's the little stuff that we go through, but it also lets me know that my seller is on target for wanting to relocate to another property, because that's just uncalled for. Even though we're dealing with those immature neighbors, we're going to go ahead and show you this beautiful home. As you notice, it's a cul-de-sac lot. It also has the natural lighting from the street lamp. It's a very wide lot, just over a quarter of an acre, which is shaped like a pie, slice of pie, so it widens out at the rear, but it definitely has great curb appeal. Pay attention to the landscaping, the trees, the open house sign, the beautiful roses in the flower beds, the manicured, edged grass as you go in. Everything I like about this home is the attention to detail that goes into it, but you definitely want to make sure that you pick your neighbor. I mean, nowadays you pay a lot of money for a property. You want to make sure you enjoy it, and one of the best ways to enjoy your home is ask, how are the neighbors? Before you make an offer, go ahead and go meet the neighbors and make sure there's someone you can live next to for 30 years.
Do business with the best in the industry. Do business with the Davis Realty.
Yes, hi. We wanted to, if you were still there, take a look at that house you're having off of Bobbin.
On Bobbit, okay. Are you looking for yourself or for someone else?
It'd be for ourselves.
Okay, great, okay. Well, we do have that one available. Are you there at the property now?
Well, it said like 2 minutes from there. I've got, it said to call. It was like having an open house.
Yes, sir. The reason I say that is it's a gated community. So as soon as you get to that gate, if you don't mind texting me, I can get you the access. But it's an exclusive open house where we just don't let the general public come in. But we do give you the access once you pull up in front of the property. So if you don't mind texting me, or I'll text you first, and if you can text me back, I can get you in.
That's perfect.
Okay, perfect. If you don't mind, just texting me as you enter and text me as you leave, and I can send you all the information and answer any additional questions that you might have.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Thank you so much. All right. So as I was saying, one of the biggest benefits of the internet and the concierge type services, we're able to do open houses in more than one place at once. So that's what you just witnessed there. As I was saying, anytime you're going to shop for a home, you definitely want to make sure that the kitchens, baths, and curb appeal are very important. This is a 5-burner stainless steel stove. As you notice, this type of stove actually allows you to get things done right away. I'm not a cook, but I know I can tell when people use their appliances, and they definitely use their appliances here, having 4 small children. But I also want you to notice is the stone backsplash. That stone backsplash, that elegant backsplash, gives you that log cabin type feeling. That way you actually get all 4 seasons out of your kitchen. You can see yourself here with some eggnog during the winter, but at the same time I also can see some baked beans and barbecue during the summer. So I definitely think it's very important that you have great kitchens, baths, and curb appeals. Also with your cabinetry, with your handles for your cabinets, Everything needs to be sturdy. Even your granite, even your fixtures for your sink and things like that. All these attention to detail is what's going to make your biggest ROI when it's time to sell your residence. Now, keep in mind, I can always tell somebody who never planned on selling. She never planned on selling this property. However, she's trying to be closer to work and at the same time get her kids closer to their schools. So she's looking to transition. But you can definitely tell by the quality of craftsmanship that you see in this kitchen that this was definitely a done deal. Let you know, based on the upgrades that are included, that she definitely has seen real estate at a professional level and done a few open houses herself in her professional career. Basically, what I can tell is the finishes that she selected lets me know she's been in $1 million homes, but she was very, very conservative with her spending, and so she went ahead and bought not a $1 million home, but went ahead and got some of the same finishes that she's seen in other $1 million homes. So it's very important that you stick within a budget. I tell all my professional athletes, initially when you first sign your contract, you don't want to buy the biggest house on the block. As a matter of fact, you really want to look at liquidating some of your, actually not liquidating, you want to look at diversifying into some other businesses to then buy your home where you don't live off your professional salary alone. But it's very important that you go ahead and be conservative when upgrading. That way you don't find yourself house poor.
Go broke.
So one of the benefits of working with Davis Luxe Realty Group, brokered by EXP, is that when we work with professional athletes, we're not trying to break the bank. And what we mean by that is if you just get signed, you just sign a contract, you have no business buying a home. People think because of it's being the glitz and glamour of sports, they think everything is secure, and it's just not secure. If you just went to work for AT&T for 90 days, would you go buy a house, or would you wait till you've been with the company at least 2 or 3 years? So the same thing applies. You want to make sure you have a good relationship with your boss, you have a good relationship with the company before you go ahead and finance a home that's going to have you what we call house poor. So my main tip when working with our professional athletes is get to know your business, get to know yourself as an athlete, get to know your value as an athlete, and get to know where you have a 5 to 10 year plan to where you know exactly what you want to buy, how you want to diversify, and what's your long-term goal. One of our celebrity clients, Priest Holmes, he actually had a piece of property next to Tim Duncan, the San Antonio Spurs, and Tim Duncan went ahead and built a $2 million residence on that lot. And Priest decided, you know what, Don, I'm going to go ahead and sell my lot because I just don't feel that I'm going to want to put all my eggs in one basket. So I think it's best for me to diversify, have that money in several different businesses, and then live in a traditional $500,000 home versus having a $2 million home paying property taxes that don't go away. So everybody's different. Main thing is don't keep up with the Joneses. I heard a long time ago, one of my friends, he was a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, and he said he spent his whole check in one weekend trying to hang out with Terrell Owens. He spent his whole salary in one weekend trying to hang out with Terrell Owens. And I have another story where Shaquille O'Neal spent millions of dollars his first few days. Shaquille O'Neal has a documentary about how he went through millions of dollars his first few days. So as a professional athlete relocation specialist, you have to know exactly how to help people transition from one property to the next without breaking the bank. If I help you make money instead of help you spend money, you will be my lifelong client. So my whole goal when working with professional athletes is help them make money, not spend money. You got 2 masters. You got one up, one down. Okay. You got a theater room down, which is very hard to find. You got an oversized lot, which is almost a quarter of an acre. Right. And then you got the game room, and you got the hardwood floors up and down. So you really got a lot of benefits, upgrades. She's a professional, retired professional athlete, so she didn't hold back. We want to make sure there's room enough to add a driveway for a 3-car garage. That way, he doesn't have to sell any of his cars if he buys this property. Look at those palm trees also. Those palm trees give you that Caribbean feel. At the same time, you're at home, but you seem like you're on a resort or something, like a 5-star resort right here on your back patio. You also want to look at that wood. That wood is that treated wood, so you don't have to worry about replacing it every 2 or 3 years. It has a way better durability than your traditional wood deck. So you definitely want to look at the quality of upgrades that are offered in this professional athlete's home. She really is attention to detail, and that's why she's one of the top athletes in the WNBA.